Hey Barb, what you doing?
Rhubarb. Peeling and getting ready to freeze some rhubarb, which is frankly one of my favorite things in the world.
And where's the rhubarb from?
Our own garden.
Okay, well maybe we'll go down here in a little bit and take a look at that.
Yes, it was sort of a volunteer rhubarb. We didn't know it was planted there. It wasn't the stuff that we planted, it was the stuff that the previous homeowners planted years ago and popped up where I was expecting to see potatoes.
Alrighty.
But that's only one thing I'm doing in here today. There's a lot happening.
Okay, why don't you put the knife down first?
Do I make you nervous?
Yes.
You're smart.
You're Italian, so you gesture a lot.
Okay, so rhubarb. Well, let's just go around the kitchen.
Okay.
And we'll do it by rotation. So we have a pear tree. We thought they were red Danjou, but I was wrong. I thought they
maybe.
were. Well, we're
still not sure.
We now think that they're Seckles, which means that this size that they are is as big as they're going to get, and they're also called sugar pears. And when they ripen, this will be more yellow, and this will be less wine colored and more red. And these do not have to get cold stored before ripening. They need to be cold stored so they don't ripen. So this is the only space that we have available in our refrigerator. And so I'm going to be putting those into there and then trying to figure out what to do with all of these once they ripen. Plus these are the pretty ones that will probably be poaching and pickling and things like that. There's a bunch of them at the bottom of the stairs outside that are not attractive, which we will be turning into probably pear leather, pear butter, pear jam, pear whatever. Pear of crazy people in a kitchen. We also have...
Hi, Bud. How you doing?
Buddy's in his spot like a good boy. Good boy. So we bought these.
In his crazy dish.
We bought these. This box was full of Roma tomatoes, and if ours grew that big, we wouldn't have to buy them. Actually, I'll show you. These are the ones from our garden versus...
Well, and we just don't have enough plants to produce that kind of volume.
And so, since I want to make sauce, and I actually just decided here, we have a variety of beefsteak and Romas and a couple others I don't remember.
Green zebra?
Green zebra, but there are none of those represented here. But I also just realized that one of the things that I made last year that was such a hit was ketchup. So I'm going to do that again. Underneath the tomatoes, we have fruit flies. We have peaches, which we're not really sure what we're going to do with those yet. We just wanted to have peaches. We have some good spiced ones from previous years. We probably eat a bunch of these and make peach butter and peach jam and maybe try making peach leather.
We've got the condiments for the picnic.
Condiments for the picnic.
And what's in the jars there?
This is, I'm trying, and I just reread it, this is going to be sourdough. And I was all worried that because it wasn't rising, and I reread for the 4th time the directions, and it said, don't worry if it doesn't look like anything's happening in the first 24 hours. So I need to, in the next couple hours, split this. Get rid of half of it, or even just start 2 batches going, and put in a cup of white flour, that's wheat flour, and a half a cup of water, and then we should start seeing some activity. Tomorrow there's no yeast in there, so it will be sort of wild / inherent yeast.
Okay.
This is our new dehydrator. We're having fun with this. Right now in there are, and I'll open it up because it doesn't seem to cause problems to do that, but this is strawberry rhubarb leather, or it's going to be. see it's drying up really nicely around the edges, but you can see where I tested it not that long ago. And we've already, so this is pretty good. I've been playing with that, and I think that this technique of not worrying as much about how wet it is, but worrying about how thin it is, seems to be smart. We'll see.
Okay.
This is the batch of tomato sauce that I have working from the tomatoes that we have done. I did some as a sauce and then put chunks in there with it. So it would be a chunky tomato sauce. And I think that's it for right now. Am I missing something?
I don't think so.
We did the
Except for
rhubarb
there's Miss Honey.
strips.
Hi, Miss Honey.
We did the, here, I'll come and grab them and bring them back in.
Okay.
But we did the candied rhubarb strips, which you don't really store.
You'll get, what, a couple of 3 days out of them?
Yeah, you can get them for 3. See, apparently you can freeze them, but if I'm going to freeze them, I'm just going to freeze them as rhubarb, and then if I want to make candied rhubarb, I'll do that later. But they are still delicious, and apparently when I eat them, I make very funny faces that make, that make you quite happy.
I've got a video of that on the phone, so maybe we'll throw that in there as well.
It's hard not to eat them.
Yeah, they're pretty tasty.
They are tasty, but
But you gotta save some for Gavin too, though. So
I might have to make his own because these are delicious. That one's not as tart.
yeah.
No, plus I swallowed it fast so my face didn't get too crazy. But that's it.
Okay. And there's some beans and other stuff back there from the garden. So, alrighty, that's what's going on in the kitchen.